Welcome back, dear students. Today we are going to talk about virids, then viricides, and finally prions. First of all, what are virids? These are short pieces of naked RNA. They don't contain any protein code, okay? And their size ranges between 300 to 400 nucleotides. Now, the RNA molecule which is present in virids, okay, it is a folded three-dimensional structure due to internal base pairing of nucleotides, and this internal base pairing of nucleotides and formation of a three-dimensional structure, it prevents the destruction caused by cellular enzymes. Here you can see this is the viride. It shows internal base pairing resulting in the formation of a three-dimensional structure which prevents destruction caused by cellular enzymes. Now, how are these virids formed? It is basically a long RNA molecule having the capability of self splitting, or you can say they are ribozymes. Ribozymes means any RNA molecule which can itself break into short fragments. Or you can say RNA molecules possessing enzyme capabilities, they are known as ribozymes. Here in this case, this ribozyme, it has the capability to make its own short fragments. At some places it breaks down here, and results in the formation of short RNA fragments which are nothing but virids. Okay, these are short naked RNA fragments. These are formed from a large RNA molecule which itself breaks into small fragments. Okay, now how these virids cause diseases in living organisms? It has been found that these short RNA fragments, they cause diseases in living organisms by blocking their translation. For example, this is an mRNA molecule. This mRNA molecule, say for example, it codes for a vital protein. Now the RNA of the viride, it forms base pairs. It gets base paired to the nucleotides of this mRNA, or you can say it forms complementary base pairing with the mRNA. When it forms complementary base pairing, when it gets attached to the mRNA molecule, this mRNA molecule is not allowed to form the proteins. So you are lacking in a special protein. This is how they cause gene silencing. Gene silencing means when the mRNA is not allowed to go for translation, go for protein formation. Okay, this is the mechanism how virids cause diseases in living organisms. The virids, they are known to replicate, they are known to make their own copies in large numbers inside the host cell nucleus and chloroplasts by using the host's RNA polymerase. They use host's RNA polymerase to make their own copies. And the virids are known to cause various diseases in plants. For example, we have PSTVD, which is known as potato spindle tuber disease. In this case, the potatoes of the plants, they become spindle shaped. Then the second one is chrysanthemum stunt. The chrysanthemum plants, they become short statured. Then we have citrus exocotis. It occurs in citrus plants. Okay, they show chlorosis, they show stunted growth, and their bark peels excessively. Okay, these are the symptoms of plants which are infected with the virids. And finally, cucumber pale fruit. In this case, the cucumber plants, they show somewhat pale fruits. And annually, it has been found that the diseases caused by virids, such as potato spindle tuber viride, it results in loss of millions of dollars from the crop damage. Now the second thing is viricides. Viricides are very much similar to virids, but they are only capable of causing diseases when the host cell also contains a helper virus. Okay, while virids can itself enter the host cells, they can cause diseases independently. Viricides can cause diseases only when they have a helper virus. And these virusides, they are packaged inside the capsid of the helper virus. For example, this is a host cell. This is the helper virus containing, it is genetic material. It also contains the genetic material of the viruside. When this virus infects the host cell, it inserts its genetic material as well as the genetic material of the viruside into the host cell. That is how the viruside gets an entry into the host cell. And inside the host cell, the viruside RNA, it continuously replicates by using RNA polymerase of the host cell in either nucleus or chloroplasts. It uses the RNA polymerase of the host cell just like virids. And these virusides, they do not code for any proteins, and their main function is to replicate. Okay, they can their only function is to make a large number of their own copies. And finally, the prions. Prions are infectious protein particles which are known to cause a variety of neurodegenerative diseases in humans and other animals. Here, you know, viruses contain two components, genetic material and प्रोटीन कोड. अगर हम बात करेंगे वायरड्स की, वायरड्स कंटेन ओनली दिस जेनेटिक मटीरियल, दे डोंट कंटेन एनी प्रोटीन कोड. अगर हम बात करेंगे प्रियॉन्स की, प्रियॉन्स कंटेन प्रोटीन कोड ओनली, दे डोंट कंटेन एनी जेनेटिक मटीरियल. ओके, so the simple funda of remembering all these terms is viruses contain proteins as well as genetic material. The virusides, they contain only genetic material, while as the prions, they contain only protein particles which are highly infectious and cause neurodegenerative diseases in both animals as well as humans. It was American neurobiologist Stanley Prusiner in the year 1982 who for the first time proposed that the disease scrapie in sheep is caused by the infectious proteins. Scrapie disease is a neurological disorder in sheep that ultimately results in their death. Prusiner for the first time proposed that this scrapie disease is caused by prions or infectious proteins. Now, some diseases in animals which are caused by prions. The first disease is scrapie disease in sheep that we have already talked about. It is a neurological disorder. The second one is bovine spongiform encephalopathy, or you can say BSE or mad cow disease. This disease is also caused by prions. In this disease, the brain of the cattle, it becomes somewhat spongy and touches the skull, and ultimately the cattle, they die. Likewise, in humans, there are some diseases like Kuru, fatal familial insomnia, and Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, which are all caused by prions. All these diseases like scrapie, Kuru, mad cow disease, fatal insomnia, and Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, they are all called transmissible spongiform encephalopathies. All these diseases are generally named as transmissible spongiform encephalopathies because in all those patients, large vacuoles are known to develop in the brain. Large vacuoles develop inside the brain of the patient. That is why they are known as transmissible spongiform encephalopathies. They get transmitted, and at the same time they result in the formation of spongy structures inside the brain, cavities inside the brain. And these diseases, they result in progressive degeneration of the brain. The brain becomes somewhat degenerated, and eventually it leads to the death. And at present, unfortunately, no effective treatment exists for all such diseases caused by prions. So this was all about virusides, virides and prions. In the next part, we are going to start with the plant kingdom. Till then, stay blessed and God bless you all.